Good morning, I am Cadet Captain Brian Daniel.
Good morning, I'm Cadet Corporal Anna Bailey, and this is our JROTC 8th Grade Battalion Service Learning Project, where we're exploring potential prospects for life after high school.
These are our table of contents. Please take a moment to look and review.
This is our meeting agenda. In October, we're creating a format for our SOP. We're having SOP planning. We had our first SOP event on October 19th. We went to the Panasonic factory in Columbus, Georgia. The continuous of our meeting agenda, we had SOP reflections and self-assessment.
Our continuance on October 25th, where we had our SLP planning. On October 27th, where we had our second SLP event, which is Trunk or Treat. After the SLP event, we had our review, reflection, and self-assessment. We follow up on February 15th, where we had our final SLP event, College and Career Fair. After the College and Career Fair event, we had our reflections, review, update, practice, and self-assessment.
This is our 8th Battalion SLP goal. This year we're trying to recruit more junior and senior cadets into the military, college, and workforce element. Our goal is to support community events around Shaw and community elements to gain networks of different college, workforce, and military elements. Utilizing this technique, we can gain the upper hand and progress further in our CRP goal. These are our objectives. We are targeting a specific audience. We are trying to engage with a targeted audience. We're trying to interrogate by involving the military, college, and workforce elements within the battalion. We're pursuing by staying consistent with cadets and making sure that all of their interests are met. We're continuously creating a hardworking battalion. These are our 4 teamwork objectives. We collaborate with the different college, workforce, and military elements.
We strategize on creating of our format, plan of action, set a date, and for our performance, me as a junior cadets, going to college and career fair, it gave me a perspective and description and getting a chance to talk to the college administrator about my enrolling in college after high school.
For our success, I said that we met all of our SOP goals, which is ensuring that cadets have an idea of what they want to do after high school, which ties in with the 3 E's: enlist, enroll, and employ. This is our connection to JROTC standards. We are trying to lead others to succeed in a diverse and global workforce, making sure that cadets have an idea of a post-secondary option if their first option doesn't work after high school. We are making sure that cadets promote a positive social, emotional, and physical health.
This is our role slide. These are cadets that filled their roles. At this time, these cadets will set up and present themselves.
Good morning, I'm Cadet Second Lieutenant Myra King. My winning color is blue and my job is a recorder. Our responsibility is to take notes and gather information for the team.
Good morning, I'm Cadet Private Kennedy Ford. My winning color is brown. My job is timekeeper. My responsibilities are to keep track of time and plan the schedule.
Again, I am Cadet Captain Brian Daniel. I have a winning color of brown.
Again, I'm Cadet Corporal Anna Bailey, and I have a winning color of red. And as reporters, our job is to report our team's findings.
Good morning, I am Cadet Captain Trey Gilbert. My winning color is brown. I am the debriefer. My responsibility as the debriefer is to encourage team members and lead the discussion after the presentation.
Good morning, I'm Cadet First Sergeant Mia Ellis. My winning color is green. My role is the facilitator. My responsibilities are to lead team discussion and identify committees and plan and prepare for service training activities.
It currently takes 6 steps. Step 1, we brief the key individuals on the mission of our SLP. Step 2, we analyze our goals of our SLP. Step 3, we plan of action, set a date, and how to accomplish our missions. Step 4, we acquire the manpower and the necessary material necessary enough to accomplish our missions. Step 5, we carry out the plan according to plan and adapt to any malformation of the plan. And step 6, we conduct after action review, analyze, and improve upon our experience.
This is our Gantt chart. In August, we were planning for our SOP. In September, we were researching ideas to do for our SOP. In October, we were designing, which is the PowerPoint that you're reading now. In November, we had our implementation, which was the execution of our SOP. In January, we had follow-up. This is our first SLP event. We went to the Panasonic factory in Columbia, Georgia. We were with JROTC cadets and Panasonic staff. We went there on October 19, 2022. We went there to explore career opportunities for cadets after high school.
This one here is specifically for the employment piece, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
This is some of our Panasonic media. We have JROTC cadets, a Panasonic staff
Woo!
member.
Oh, that's cheap. Woo, woo. Good time.
As a junior going on the Panasonic trip, it helped me realize I wouldn't want to go down the workforce route and instead go the college route. Though it was fun going to Panasonic and going throughout the factory and seeing how batteries are made, I still think that the college route was the best route for me.
This is our second SLP event, which is Trunk or Treat. It took place in Shell High School parking lot on October 27, 2022. Our 8th Battalion JROTC cadets, Columbus State University recruiter, military recruiter, and community element was there to attend. It was there to engage cadets with the community and analyze opportunity with the military, college JROTC, and show how JROTC can provide those pathways. This is the picture of some of the 8th Raider Battalion JROTC cadets. We had Chief Adams, Army recruiter, Navy recruiter, Army National Guard recruiter. Also, we had our Columbus State University and Mr. Scott Jones, and also our first sergeant. Me as a Let 3 being in the trunk or treat, he gave me a perspective and he gave me a chance to talk to the recruiter about my after high school, but right now I am decided to be enrolled into college. This is our last college and career fair event. It took place in Shaw High School Auditorium on February 15, 2023. Our military recruiter, college administrator, and community element was there to attend. It was there to give students who were not able to attend the event another chance to decide whether they will either enroll, employ, or enlist. This is Cadet First Sergeant Aaliyah Ellis talking to Army National Guard about the benefit after high school.
And this is our Battalion S2 talking to college ROTC recruiter, Mr. Scott Jones. How our SLP benefits the community. Our SLP benefits the community by having military, college, and workforce elements be able to talk about their career fields and how it benefits their audience. For example, the Panasonic staff were able to talk about their job and what they do at Panasonic. They were also giving cadets the opportunity whether they want to work at Panasonic after high school. They're potentially talking with future employees. Another example was the college and career fairs. Both the military and college recruiters were both there to attend. Cadets were able to talk with military recruiters about the process going through the military and enlistment, while also talking to college recruiters about the qualifications to enroll in college. And college recruiters are potentially talking with future enrolled students. These are some interviews we had with Shaw students and JROTC cadets.
Are you in JROTC?
No.
What JROTC event did you participate in?
What events do they host?
Trunk or treat, college fair.
Oh yeah, I participated.
How has either one of these events helped you determine whether you would either enroll, enlist, or employ?
The career fair or the college fair, it helped me because I realized that college isn't for me, and so I decided to enlist. And I think it comes with a lot of benefits and saving money, and I won't be in debt with college, so I just feel like enlisting and joining the military is the best route for me.
Please introduce yourself.
Good morning, I'm Cadet First Sergeant Steve.
What was your role during this year's service learning project?
I was involved with helping out, passing out candy to the young kids at Trunk or Treat, and also help organize and set it up.
How has this affected your choice for the future after high school involving the 3 E's, enroll, enlisting, or employing?
It helped me realize enlisting would be another way to benefit the community and also help out people around me and people close to me.
Thank you. Please introduce yourself.
Good morning, I'm Cadet.
State your name and grade.
Zakiel Flowers, 11.
My name is Ryan Thompson. I'm in the 10th grade.
Are you in JROTC?
Nope.
No.
What JROTC event did you participate in?
The career fair.
I participated in the trunk or treat.
How has either one of these events helped you determine whether you would either enroll, enlist, or employ?
So the career fair helped me figure out that I wanted to go to college because it had different colleges there.
The trunk or treat made me realize that I love helping people and just influencing others. So going into the Army and enlisting will be my best bet to help the world.
This is our results and stats as of February 2nd and 3rd, 2023. We had 35 out of our 37 junior cadets fill out their survey. Out of those 35, 12 decided to enroll, 19 decided to enlist, 3 decided to employ, and 1 isn't sure what they want to do after high school.
The 12th grade is 24 out of 26 senior cadets. Out of the 24 cadets, senior cadets, 13 decided to enroll, 5 decided to enlist, 5 decided to employ, and 1 does not know what to do after high school. The reflection. What the cadet learns. Cadet learns how to develop some ideas, possible pathway to a successful life after high school. They also learn that organization skill help the cadet realize the amount of hard work and dedication they needed to showcase an event like trunk or treat.
The cadets learn on improving leadership skills and being able to obtain knowledge from the Panasonic staff, military recruiters, and college fair staff to execute future choices. Some possible issues we may have. Because we're relying on Shaw High School to host different events, we may have miscommunication about time, places, etc. Because our battalion commander is the functioning class president, we can easily streamline information between Shaw and JROTC elements. Another problem we may have is because we cannot muster enough material before the events happen, we could have JROTC cadets bring in the supplies that we need and receive extra credit, which will bolster our supply numbers.
Is our after action review. We can improve on collaboration with cadets, those involved in our service learning project, by remaining solid on the communication aspect of our service learning project. We can also continuously perpetuating our cadets to remain up to date on upcoming events and leadership position that they are withholding. We can also practicing thoroughly on executing the mission for the SLP.
We could involve the more disciplined cadets execute good future choices at the corresponding event, ensuring that when cadets are taken from school grounds, they are remaining responsible enough to execute good choices. We can help the more disciplined cadets be servant leaders in our community.
Our suggestion, how can we modify? We can communicate with former graduates who are enlist, employ, or enroll on coming back to Shaw High School to talk to newer cadets based on their personal experience. We can also conduct more projects within Shaw High School, like teaching other CTAE about JROTC.
We could expand further outside of Muscogee County to a more bigger and diverse audience, such as nursing home visits and camping out school grounds so cadets can get off of technology and adapt more to the environment around them. Does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns?
I will tell you overall, awesome job, well rehearsed, very articulate. And again, this is a project, service learning, that I think is definitely benefiting the community. And as my dad will always say, ladies first, right? Yes, ma'am.
The connectivity is there. The vision in itself, you have connected with the vision. And the things that you have learned, you are taking it a step further outside of the building to bring it all to one picture, which is the academic excellence part, but also to assist and to serve your community and be servant leaders, which that's something that we push every time I meet with you guys. So again, job well done. The connectivity definitely was there.
like I said, the gift that keeps on giving, right? And what I like about it is you tied the service learning project back into the overarching piece of the continuous improvement. And it's totally different. It is not the same. Okay, you did not piggyback off of the continuous improvement data or what they did to make your SLP a success. I only have 3 to 4 comments or feedback. One is I love the SLP and how it's nested to, again, the school's vision, CTAE, the big picture. It's connected. It's nested to all 3. The one comment I will make is I love the 5 W's, how it hit all 3 areas. You had the workforce, Panasonic, I love. The second one, you talked about the 5 W's for the military experience, etc. Then you came back with a college fair that kind of included everything. Okay, you went to the workforce, here's the military options. Now, let me give you both college, workforce, and the military aspect for students to consider. So, job well done. I love that. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. The other piece I really think was crafty and neat. The plan to accomplish a mission with the 6 steps. I like that. That is a gauge, something that you can follow from start to finish to what you did with the after action review. And I will not get into the after action review because I think you covered everything you need to cover in the after action review because you talked about some good things. Go back to the after action review, back 1 slide. And I just look at some of the information that you put down. Go to the next one, after that one, please. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I got the right one. Suggestions how to modify. I think this was well thought out in terms of what you're trying to do and how it can be modified and the suggestions. Who came up with this? Do you all collaborate about it as a team or how did we come up with the suggestion on how we can modify it?
When doing the SLP.
Go ahead, facilitator. Go ahead, facilitator.
When we look back on how we can be modified, how can we read different things? Like you said, last year we talked about how can we improve the drill numbers, but this year we went outside the box and we like enroll, list, or employ. And when at the bottom when we were talking about, okay, what's something that we've never done before as far as like outside of school grounds? So the camping, get away from technology, we all go to now, the technology, so we're trying to get away from that. We had conversations as groups just talking about.
The interruption, could you please send David Pruitt to attendance for just a moment?
All right, we will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we all had conversations on how can we make the next SOP better than the one this year, so we just had those little conversations here and there.
Okay. Because what I found is some schools take the easy out. Let me tell you some of the easy outs. Blood drive. Let's go across the street to do reading to the middle schools or elementary. That's the easy way out. But when you look at this is helping Shaw as a whole. I mean, Shaw, this is your community. So when you went back to the benefit to community, who is it really benefit? Okay. I mean, it's really helping students identify, and then guess what? It's helping Panasonic. You realize by going to Panasonic, you're still going to focus on the education piece. And then I like the video that you embedded because it gave a perspective from 4 different young people, and all are thinking in different career paths. And that's okay. That's okay. Again, we only have 3 options. Enlistment, employment, right? What's the other? Education, right? The other 2, not an option. You only fall in 3 categories. So that's what I want you all to continue to spread the word on students. You have options. Use the 3 options to truly figure out what you want to do after high school. And like Dr. Hendry said, with the new information and data that she has, she's going to help students narrow that focus down in the near future. So by the time you hit 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, you should pretty much be on path to say, next year when I graduate, I plan to do 1, 2, and 3. And that's what we want. Early identification is key to figure out what we're going to do after high school. Okay? I only have one question about the graph. Can we go back to the graph real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Chart. No, that one.
The
chart. Okay, now, this survey that you conducted, was this at the very end after all the the visits and everything? Okay, which is no problem, I love it. If we remember the CI, if we could have conducted a post or pre-survey, I'm sorry, pre-survey just to see what the students wanted, and then at the end, here's our pre and here's our post, and then we could have conducted a comparison of the two. Okay, so that's just something to add. If you do a final post survey, maybe do a pre of the same target audience of the 35 or whatever that number is, 35 and the 24, just to see if we're on glide path. Okay, so that's all I have. I like it, and again, I will share this with all the instructors, and I'll close out at the end of the year. I think this is, again, graduate level work, the process, not necessarily the outcome, but I think if you all had to look at a service learning project in the future, I think the 6 steps will probably play in the next one too. But I like the 6 steps. Overall, great job. All right,
Again, I want to say again, echo, outside the box. You guys thought about something outside the box, not the normal thing that we see, for service learning project. Sometimes kind of, service learning or that community service, So we know the difference, right? So hopefully we know the difference. So again, great job. Again, you guys took the time to rehearse in the show, okay? In the show. I'm going to caveat on what, or piggyback on what he was saying about this chart right here. So, service learning start with identifying a need in your school, a need in your community, a need in state, the nation. So in this case, you hit pretty much 2: a need in the community, a need in your school. Trying to get those third and 4-year cadets, to identify one of those 3 E's. Now, like he said, okay, how do I justify the need? The need is because you can show that chart. Say, hey, here's the need. All this unknown or cadets they have, haven't declared which one of the 3s. That's the need. So my need is, hopefully target those unknown. Okay, and then this is why we selected this service learning. And then tied it up to the continuous improvement. And at the end, and by the way, our need was satisfied, put it this way, because look at how many now are declaring based on the one previously survey that we conducted back in August, September timeframe. That's one thing. So great job on that. First time I see a chart, a Gantt chart in the briefing. First time. Wow. We talk about Gantt chart. It's part of our. I asked the cadets during the cadet portfolio, and they look at me like, "What is the Gantt chart?" Well, I try to show you. Here's the Gantt chart. Again, and then it's the first time that I see it. That's the bottom line. So pay attention to detail. That's one of the things that I asked during cadet portfolio. I'm not sure if 3, 4, I believe. What's the Gantt chart? It's a simple chart where you just put some dates in there and some tax data accomplished. That's about it. It doesn't provide a lot of detail. But the first time I see it. The other thing that I want to comment on your, let me see, how it ties up to the connection to the JROTC curriculum and or lessons. There's plenty of stuff. Plenty. If you look at your textbook, you start out, decision making, planning skills, So there's a lot of other, lessons or competencies that you can actually tie it up to this. A lot. All you gotta do is just look at the titles of the lesson. Oh yeah, that's one. Yeah, that's one. Yeah, that's one. So there's a lot of other things. I think you have a slide at the end. Talks about you guys learn leadership skills and organizational skills. There's way more. Planning skills, career planning. There's another chapter I believe we have, or a unit that we have out there. Career planning. I mean, there's a lot. So look at those and then kind of tie it more. So you can say, okay, here's our service learning project, and here's how all these lessons in our curriculum ties up to this project. Let's see. And again, I love the events. I love the events and everything. How tied up to your continuous improvement. Let's see if I got something else here. Again, videos speaks. Like you said, million words, okay? I did conduct one service learning when I was in Northside High School. I took the Bex robots, And then, you know, I have in the elementary school, the kids play with it, and we're talking about STEM that year. And then we actually had some interview with the kids about, hey, how you like it? So crazy stuff what the kids said, but you know, it was great. So it talked a lot, you know, this is the impact. Here's the impact. All those kids that you have in the video, you know, you can tell that's the impact that you have given not only to the JROTC cadets, but also to, you know, your CHAW community. Okay, so that's great. And I love that slide. I love that slide too. And that's all I have.
Okay, and the numbers, when you look at both 11th and 12th graders, the unknown is one from each group. Okay, now I'm definitely a data guy. I like economics and stuff, right? Law of elasticity and all that stuff, right? Who like economics? Okay, see, I knew Spark was something about you, man. I know. So here's what I would tell you. If you want to look at how you can define that a little bit more, and I just thought about it just now, you can always look at 11th graders and break it down and say, you know, boys, girls. You can realize that the girls have their stuff wiretight, and the boys always try to play catch up, right? And just to show how that really stacks up, you know, the boys are kind of here, or the boys are kind of here, and then you can kind of help target the boys to figure out what they want to do. And you can say, hey, we found that more of the enlistments for the 11th graders are young ladies that are actually looking at enlisting, you know, et cetera. And then you can look at enrolling that we have more of a girl population that's looking at a 2 or 4 year college for their career. So just think about that demographic as well, okay? So overall, great job, great presentation, great eye contact. Did not rely on your slides, okay? Unless it's a board behind me that shares the same slides, I don't know. Okay, so any feedback from the briefers, the 2 briefers at all? Great job, anything? Okay, just don't want any walnuts. All right, oh, that's our joke, right? All right, you know, you're thick skinned though, I like that. Okay, but awesome job though, and I did not realize, what grade you in?
11.
You know, and you did a great job. What grade?
11th.
Man, guess what, you have a lot to tell the next group about service learning and what they need to look at, okay? That's what I like. You're doing it the right way, Chief, not when you sit up here, all the young people that are briefing are seniors, you're really powering it down to the underclassmen. The seniors are gone, they graduated already, okay? Yes, sir, Cross.
Back to what you said about the eye contact, that was actually one of my notes in here on the, which one was it? I know I have it on here.
I know you do, Cross.
It was
I know you do.
It was the suggestions and how can it be modified slide. I said that you guys had great eye contact and it really showed that you guys took the time to study your slides and rehearse it as much as you could when it was possible. I think you guys did a really good job because when we first started it, I know you were nervous about it. But you guys just did a good job not looking at your slides and going into detail about things.
Okay. One thing I can tell from both briefings and then the group of young people that are in here right now, that one word we talk about is teamwork. I don't see any you know, individuals. You know, I see truly teamwork in this room right now, even with the facilitator on the back row. Right. Right, facilitator. So I would tell you, keep up the good teamwork and pass this good information down. If you hold the information, don't share it. Why do it? So share the information with the next group, show them the video, what we're going to do next year, and start considering some of the SLPs for next year and the continuous improvement. Yes, ma'am.
These are the skills that we've been talking about. Communication skills, the executive functions, where you identify a problem, you come up with your plan, you work that plan, you evaluate it, assess it, modify it, make changes. These are the skills that we talk about that will lead you to the senior year, and then from there declaring your ease to exit and and take those skills out in the workforce. I just wanted to just kind of remind you guys of that. I know we drill that every time we talk with you guys. But this is it. This is manifestation of it all. So, great job.
Great point. Thanks to the camera crew. I mean, this is a great idea to have those two perspectives. You can listen to the feedback, you can listen to how the briefing went, and you can go back and just have it, you know, as history. Hey, here's one of the ones that, you know, we conducted and, you know, it was great. So let's follow them all.
That's right. And when you meet for the SLP and the CI, this can be kind of like your energizer. You know, say, hey, what we're looking at next year, let's review last year, and then, okay, great eye contact, etc. That's a good question, and they're making their notes. It just make the next year better and more comfortable for the next group. Okay, Chief.
All right. Again, super proud of you guys, especially you two, because we know how you started. All right. Now look at you now. Look how far you've come. All right. You didn't even want to do it. You was like, oh, I can't do it. Look at you. See, they can't even tell, right? But it's all a growth and development process. You guys, again, make me super proud. You got outstanding mentors sitting there on the back row who was standing where you were last year doing this, right? So, Chief got a method to the madness. And who I say gonna be sitting back there next year? Raise your hand.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
There you go.
You be mentoring the next set next year, right? Because we want to continue to grow, continue to improve, continue to get better.
I just noticed that. Chief, that was good. I like that. You slid that one in on me. Now I got it. Now I made the connection. Great facilitator. Because in some, what I've observed, guess who's up there doing that? Facilitator. So I like it. The way to power it down. And just be that big sister mentor and help them through the process. I think if we have that big sister, big brother mentality, that you're willing to, as a senior, let the 11th and 10th graders shine, because if they're shining, you're shining. Versus the 12th graders in some cases want to take all the credit, but as they would say, the fruits of your labor, rehearsing them, this is what you end up with, a great product, okay? And this is, I know it's by design, Chief. It's by design, and it works.
I have an alibi, and I just want to highlight this because I've rarely seen it in other briefings. In your role slide, you have all the roles of a service learning team, and then also you just mentioned, hey, here's my role, and here's, you know, my duties and responsibilities. Put it this way, that's the first time I've seen it.
Yep.
You know, I'm a design facilitator, okay, and as a facilitator, this is what I do. You know, this is the first time I've seen it, so kudos to you. That was a great one. Okay.
And don't want to take anything away from the three on the back row of the pew, right? Great job, and great job, okay? And this is the first we've seen where the other participants will stand and say that other than the recorder, debriefer, but you guys did a great job. Again, team, that's the key. Okay.
Spivey, thank you so much. All right, he's always team player, collaborating with us, helping us promote JROTC and Shaw, and I really, really appreciate you. And we definitely, you know, this is going to be a resource for us to refer back to continue to take it to the next level. So thank you.
It'll be ready in about 2 hours.
Awesome. And Doc, thanks so much for always supporting us.
Reasonable service.
Appreciate it.
I need to challenge the timekeeper for one more. What you got, timekeeper?
See, I started a little late.
See what happened? See what happened? All right, but my time, again, how much time do we have? 30. Okay, 30. And you got through the slides, I think, mainly because the well-rehearsed you guys are, 14 minutes, 47 seconds. That's not too slow, it's not too fast. You did not rush. I mean, the tempo was perfect. You didn't rush. We were able to comprehend everything you said from start to finish, so we'll just say right at 15 minutes, okay? And that's awesome, okay? And how many points did the briefing work? Great answer, 20 points, you're right. Great answer, 20. Okay, but thank you again for allowing us to be here. Guys, we really appreciate you. Thanks.
They were a little dead when I first did it. Let's try it one more time. Show you.
You know.
Show you.
You know.